Guys, it's Lexi. I hope you're all doing well. I have yet another Scentsy haul to share with you today. Somebody needs to take away my credit card because your girl's out of control right now, but I'm really excited to go over everything today. I have a ton of stuff. I am kind of combining this, I think. It is going to be my Scentsy Club order, my whiff box that I included in my Scentsy Club for the month of September. And I also have a couple bundle and saves. I did a licensed one and a non-licensed one so I could try out some of the newer releases that were in this catalog this year, just because I want to give myself a sufficient enough amount of time to work on these bars. So when the catalog does change over again, I know what I want to put into my club before it shifts. So that's kind of what I was thinking about doing with this. And I just gotta say, I've smelled everything already, but I am overly impressed with a lot of the things I picked up. And I definitely have some things that I automatically am like, that's going to go into the club. I'm obsessed. So let me start off with the whiff box. Something weird happened, and I'm sure if you guys are very familiar with Scentsy and all the updates and everything, which I'm not, then you probably already know this, but something weird happened where normally when my Scentsy Club processed, it would process and then the whiff box would be for the month that it processed in. And so I was expecting that I would get the August whiff box, and that whiff box looked amazing, but for some reason it got weird. And so I got the September one, which if I had known then what I know now, I would have gotten a brick or something, because I pretty much have everything that's already in this whiff box. So it was a bit of a waste. But let's go over that first because that'll get the ball rolling on this whole thing. I'm gonna keep the whiff box part kind of brief just because a ton of people have already shared theirs, but it was a Nightmare Before Christmas theme, which I love. And if I hadn't tried everything already that I have in here, then I would have been probably really excited about it. But I have everything and I've tried everything from here, so it wasn't super pumped. I wasn't super pumped about it. That doesn't mean if you haven't tried anything, it probably would be a great one. It did come with 2 wax bars. So it came with Jack's Obsession, which is a green apple cider scent, which I do like. So it's nice to have another. And it came with Roll of the Dice, which isn't a favorite among many and also not a favorite of mine. I don't totally despise it, but I definitely don't love it. It's definitely not anything that I would want numerous bars of, but we did get another one in here. So those were the 2 bars. It did come with a scent spray, a room spray in Scary Good. I do really like the scent, but I'm not a huge fan of room sprays. I just feel I don't really know. I mean, I usually use them in my bathroom, right? I stick one in my bathroom every season. I never can finish up a room spray. They take forever to finish up. And especially with a scent like Scary Good, which I feel would be very season specific. I know, of course, you don't have to, but this is just something that I like. This is going to take me forever to go through. So I might gift this. I haven't used that. I might gift it to somebody. It's a great scent, but I season my home it's food. I fragrance my home with tons of different wax melts, of course, that I just feel sometimes to use a room spray, it just, I don't know. I don't necessarily love room sprays, I guess. And then I did also get this is something that I'm pretty excited about. This is Cozy Vanilla and Pumpkin. This is a scent that was part of the Harvest Trio kind of release. I did pick up the Harvest Trio too, which I'll share with you in a second. And I do like this scent. This is one of the 3D air freshener, car freshener things. So that's exciting. It did come with the Harvest Collection little brochure, which is helpful if you want to sniff stuff. Then the last thing, besides this little scent of the month sample, which I haven't opened yet, is they did have a Bitty Buddy, it looked like a little bat. It's one of those little squishy balls. And it was in the scent Caramel Apple Craze. I already went ahead and I gave that to my nephew because my sister and my nephew, they love Halloween. I love Halloween too. We all love Halloween. But I was I really don't have the need for this. And I know he would like it. So I just already gifted that to him. And then this is Warm Pumpkin Drizzle. This is the scent of the month for next month, for October. I haven't opened it yet. I almost hate to open it now because I'm going to have to stick it somewhere or use it. But I will smell it. I will open it. I'll put it in my bathroom or somewhere, maybe in my office warmer. But this is, yeah, Warm Pumpkin Drizzle. This is really nice. I think I've been seeing people say that there was pineapple or cherry in here. And I smell pineapple and cherry and pumpkin. This is kind of weird. This almost smells like if you were drinking like a tropical drink in the fall. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't hate it. I think I was expecting something wildly different, but you can definitely pick up like pineapple, cherry. It kind of reminds me of, if you guys have ever had like a Blue Hawaiian, it kind of smells like a Blue Hawaiian with pumpkin spice mixed in. Kind of odd. I'm not sure. I'll stick this in I think my office warmer. I'll stick this in and see how it goes and report back. But that is Warm Pumpkin Drizzle. And then another thing that Scentsy was doing for this month was they were giving away, if you met like a certain price requirement, they were giving away cotton cleanup. So I did already rip into this and use 4 of them, or 5 of them, I guess. I'm unsure of where I stand with cotton cleanups because I've already finished, I think, 1 bag of these. And I typically, when I change my wax, I use the like pour it out hot. I don't want to say the word because some people don't like that phrase, but like the dump the hot wax out method. And I feel like that, in my head, I usually get like 2 cotton balls, pinch the side of the warmer, dump it out into like a little cup, and then put that cup in the freezer or just pop it out. And that seems to work okay for me. And so when I use these, I feel like I'm using a lot more of like the cotton to like soak the whole thing up, whereas I feel like I'm only using like 2 small cotton balls to like kind of clean the inside of the dish after I dump it out. So would I go out of my way and purchase these if they weren't given to me for free? Probably not. I think I would just use my cotton ball and dump it out method. But this is extremely easy and you're not having to like touch anything with your fingers. So it's a little bit cleaner in that way. So I can definitely see the benefit of these and I'm happy to have them, especially when they're like gifted free. But I don't know if I would go out of my way to purchase these. But I'm very happy to be gifted these. So that was awesome. They also gifted us Fairy Tale Pumpkin. And I have so many bars to go through. So I'm not going to list scent notes, or maybe in the description if I'm feeling wild, I will. But off the top of my head, this is like a black licorice pumpkin and maybe something else, maybe like a blackberry. I think there's some kind of a berry in this. And I know, I feel like I heard somebody say this, that it kind of smells like a Tootsie Roll or like a lolly, like one of those like Tootsie Lollipops. I can't remember who I was watching that said that. But when they said that, I was like, you know what? I can kind of see what they're saying. This almost does give like slight Tootsie Roll vibes a little bit. I wish I could remember who said that. Was it Melissa Johnson? Maybe. I think maybe if she said that. But I definitely can agree. I kind of can get that vibe. It is blueberry. I do get like the bite from the black licorice. A little bit of like a cinnamon spice. This is a very interesting scent. And I gotta be honest, like I almost expected to hate it more because of how much, like it's either like love it or hate it kind of a thing. And I'm not so against this. I'm not totally against it. I think this is a scent that I'll have to just melt and then kind of decide where I go from there. But this was free for the month of September. So I'm happy to try it. That is Fairy Tale Pumpkin. And then on to my club. So currently, these are the things that are in my club that I think are going to stay. I think these will be things that stick around unless, of course, they come out in the next catalog and then I'll do the little shift as we all do. But this is like my safe space. So I worked really hard on getting it, like narrowing it down, and I'm feeling good about it. So we'll go through these quickly because you guys have probably seen a lot of these or heard me talk about them. So this is Apple Teeny Splash. This is one that went out of the summer catalog. It was new this year, I think, and I really love it. It smells like green apple candy to me, and I love it. This one here is My Dear Watson. This, I think, was a part of the Bring Back My Bar. Or no, this is the Father's Day collection. I love this. It's like a masculine, I think there's mint in it, but something in this comes across slightly like aquatic, almost like melon-esque type to my nose. I love this one. It's really, really good. This one here is Make a Splash. This is one that I initially tried out in like a spray, a counter clean spray. And then when I melted it, it was so, so strong, lasted a long time, and just made my house smell fresh because it reminded me of cleaning. So I love this one. It's like also another melon scent. I think I'm finding that I love melon. I have Mulberry Bush. This is an incredibly juicy, fruity scent. I think this came back at a Bring Back My Bar. I will never take this out of my club. It is phenomenal. I love the scent. Very juicy, very fruity. Joy and Wonder. This is one, ooh, it's a little broken here. This is one that I debated on taking out, but I decided ultimately not to. I really do enjoy this. I'm surprised it didn't come back this year. It's like a deep berry scent with almost smells like kind of incensey tones to it. Really good. Sweet Plum Pastry. Everybody and their mother knows and loves the scent, and I am not alone. This is a phenomenal plum bakery scent. Amazing. Apple S'mores. They did actually change the label on this because it was a Bring Back My Bar label for the longest time. And then they finally changed it. This is one of the first scents I've ever put in my Scentsy club, and I love it. It's like a deep, woodsy apple scent. Doesn't smell like s'mores. It just smells like apples out in like the woods. Really, really good. Love it. There is a scent from the catalog. One of the newer releases. An apple scent, the Falling Apples, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But you guys, that one is kind of comparable a little bit. And I'll do a sniff side by side when I smell that one. But I love that one too. World Traveler. This is like blackberries and something else. Oh my goodness. It's like a masculine, fresh, clean. This one and My Dear Watson are both like, these are two masculine kind of cologne leaning scents that I'm just like, I love these. This one's amazing. Strawberry Swirl smells like a strawberry milkshake. Oh, it's so good, you guys. I love this scent. And then Black Forest Pine. This one is also amazing. This smells very, very authentic to like if you went to a mom and pop gift shop up in the Adirondacks. When you walk in, you're hit by like the scent of pine trees and stuff. That's what this smells like. It's very good. And then I did go ahead and pick up I put these in my Scentsy club just so they wouldn't go away in time for me to try them. This is Vanilla Waves. I picked this up because like everybody talks very highly of this, and I had been putting it off because there is a sea salt note in this, and I'm very sensitive to sea salt scents, like salty sea air, oils, and Bender wax. Like it turns my stomach. So I had put this off for the longest time, and I gotta be honest with you guys, I don't like it. It definitely I can definitely smell like that salty sea air kind of note to it. And I'm not going to not try this. I'm definitely going to give it a shot, but I can say almost immediately that this is not anything that I would want in my club. I know that so many of you guys love this, but I just think I'm so sensitive to that salty sea note. Like when I smell this, it like turns my stomach in a weird way. It like makes me feel a bit nauseous. So this one is sadly, I think, not going to stick around for me, but you can't love everything. And then this one is the Angel Experiment 624. And when this came back out, I saw that there was like goji berry in it. And there's a Bender wax scent that had goji berry in it, and I loved it. So I was thinking, oh, I might love this too. And it definitely does smell very similar to that scent, which was a Salt Mountain Melts Unicorn Fluff, I think is what it was. And this is like kind of like cotton candy vibes. It's like a more candied version of like cotton candy kind of a thing. A fruitier cotton candy. I really like this. It might stick around a few more times. I'll definitely have to melt this first and see how the performance is on this one. But I do really enjoy this. So That might stick around for a few more club shipments. And then I did go ahead and pick up in the other order, like I said, 2 bundle and saves, and then the Harvest Trio. And then these were in the clearance. So Joy and Wonder, which is in my club right now, I figured I might as well just grab another bar because I love it so much and it was on clearance. So that was great. And then this one, Spiced Apple Chestnut. I don't know why this one didn't come back. And this one is just like really darn good. It just smells like some apple scents from Scentsy. Like, I feel like Johnny Appleseed. I feel like Johnny Appleseed, Apple S'mores, Falling Apples. All of them have such strong, like, other notes blended with it. And this one, to my nose, is Spiced Apple and Chestnut. I know there's a chestnut note in it. But I feel like this smells like such like a realistic apple scent to me. Like, this smells like you just cut open an apple. That's it. It just smells darn authentic, and I love this scent. Had I known then what I know now, I would have put this in my club probably because I really like it. So I got another bar of that. I do have one backup, so that's that. And now on to the Harvest Trio. So I guess we'll start with this one first. So this is the one that I got in that Scentsy Club little air freshener scent. This is Cozy Vanilla and Pumpkin. And this one, to my nose, really reminds me of Bath & Body Works vanilla or pumpkin vanilla marshmallow, marshmallow pumpkin vanilla, pumpkin vanilla marshmallow. You guys know what I'm talking about. Kind of reminds me of this. They're very similar. This one I feel like has a little bit more spice to it, but if you like that scent and you haven't tried this, I feel like this is pretty close. I don't know. Maybe people have said that too. I haven't heard anybody say that, but I feel like that's kind of similar. It's a similar kind of a vibe. This one here is Maple Rum Cake, and this one, it definitely smells mapley to me. I can definitely pick up on maple. I don't know if I necessarily get rum. Maybe. But it's definitely, there's a lot more like, it's like a maple spicy kind of a bakery scent. I think you have to probably enjoy maple to like this because it's maple heavy and spicy. It's a spicy maple scent. Kind of, I don't know. I don't know how else to describe it. I'm excited to melt this one and see what this one does. And then finally, Wild for Fall. And this one to my nose is very like orange zest heavy. I know that there's oranges in it. And when you turn it over to the bottom, it's more like pine needly or like fir needle or pine. I don't know if it's pine, fir, balsam, whatever kind of green needled tree this is. But this is definitely like if you took an orange and you zested it, you like got like the rind, like the zest of the orange. So it's a little bit bitter, but then mixed with the tree, it kind of just smells like you're outside in the woods. It's a very realistic needle scent, very green, very tree-like. This one I feel like kind of reminds me of like a sweetened I mean, there's no orange in the black, what is it? Black spruce, black, whatever this one is. Black forest pine. So I feel like these are obviously not exactly the same, but they have similar components. This one is like this is like the father, this is like the son. They're both outdoorsman scents. This is much sweeter because of the orange, but it isn't a sweet orange. It's sweeter because of the orange. I don't know if that makes sense. Makes sense in my head. But yeah, they're both very, very nice. So that's Wild for Fall. And then because of all of you guys, I was wondering what scent was similar to red berry and spruce. And a lot of you were saying Be Merry is similar. So I picked up Be Merry. I think that was the one everybody was saying was similar. That's one I picked up. And then there was a couple other comments of things you could blend. So I'm going to kind of try everything. But I feel like this was the one that everybody was saying, like, this is the most similar. So that's what I went for. And then this one is definitely, I can see the vibes. I can understand. I feel like this one's a little bit more like cranberry heavy, whereas the other one, the red berry and spruce, I feel like was a little bit more spruce heavy or tree heavy. This is a little bit sweeter, but I definitely get the vibes. And since that one's not available, then this one might be a good one to stick in my club when the seasons shift again. So really happy with that. And thank you all for your help. I mean, I've been trying to like respond to comments, and I feel like I'm finally catching up from like the busy season of work. But I'm very grateful for you guys for trying to like help me out there. And that one is an awesome suggestion. So thank you guys. I also picked up the scent of the month for this month, and this is Gimme Candy. And this I think is just supposed to be like a candy corn scent. And it's so good. I don't know if it necessarily smells exactly like, it does smell more like candy corn on the bottom. Actually, now that I say that. The top smells a little different. This one is just like a very delicious, buttery, I mean, it does kind of smell like candy corn now that I'm like, it doesn't really smell like it on the top. At the bottom, it does. Candy corn is just like, almost like a honeyed, I don't know if there's honey in candy corn, but it almost smells like a honeyed, sweet scent. It's really, really good. Caramely, honey-ish, very, very good. Yeah, that might go in my club, possibly. Then I picked up 4 of the new releases for this catalog. So I have Blackberry Spice, Blackcurrant and Plum, Falling Apples, and Cran Apple Crumble. These were the 4 out of all of them that really, really enticed me. So I just wanted to try them because I know myself and I know I love berry scents. Especially I really have been enjoying Scentsy's berry scents. Blackberry I've been loving, and like the apple. I just wanted to try them. So Blackberry Spice. This one is definitely, there's definitely more spices to this than I initially thought that there would be. I mean, I should know it's in the name, but this kind of reminds me of, I don't know. This kind of reminds me of if you took World Traveler. Now let me see if I can find it. So there is Blackberry and World Traveler, right? This one kind of reminds me of like, the blackberry is like essentially the same. It smells exactly like the same blackberry. I don't know. This one smells like the summer version, spring version, and this one smells like the winter fall version of like each other because they've got that same kind of blackberry note that works. I feel like these might even be nice, like kind of blended together. This one is slightly more like of a feminine leaning. This one's slightly more like masculine leaning, but these are both amazing. I like both of these quite a lot. So I think I just really enjoy Scentsy's blackberry scents. So that one was a win in my book. Blackcurrant and Plum. This one smells like a perfume of somebody that I know that wears. This smells like somebody that I know's perfume that they wear. Like very, very, I literally don't know. I'll have to ask her what the perfume that she wears is. This smells exactly like it to me. I will, if I can figure it out, I will leave it in the comments. But I feel like that's a weird thing to be like, what perfume do you wear? But this smells very like spot on to that. So this is, in my opinion, a perfumed kind of scent. I was expecting this to be a little bit more like juicy, fruity because of the plum. Don't really get a lot of the plum. I think I just mostly get the black currant in this. So I still really like this. I don't know if this is something I would stick in my club, but it does smell really nice. Very girly and mature kind of smelling. This one is Falling Apples. This is the one that I kind of wanted to compare to Apple S'mores. So let's see if I can dig and find that. Okay, so Falling Apples and Apple S'more. So Apple S'more has been my club for forever. This one smells so darn good. This one might have to go in my club too. There's like a quality about this scent that smells like just like very realistic and like, I don't like this one also. This has a tree kind of quality that like apple s'mores kind of has. It's so interesting because when I smell apple s'mores on its own, I feel like this is such a heavy woodsy apple scent, and it is. But then when I smell it next to falling apples, I'm like, there's actually a lot of sweetness that comes through in the scent. So this one doesn't have any of the sweetness. This one smells very authentic apple. And then there's something about this, almost gives like a fresh fall air type of scent. And almost like you can smell the stem of the apple. Sometimes it amazes me like how authentic Scentsy can be with their apple scents. And this one definitely is very interesting. I think I've been really liking Scentsy's apple too. But this is really, really nice. I also really enjoyed this. I think there was like an acorn note, right? Because there's acorns on this. Maybe that's what's doing like the stem vibe kind of a thing. I don't know. I like it. And then finally for the new releases, this is Crayon Apple Crumble. And this one I was like, I kind of wrote it off. I wasn't going to try it. And then when I was building the bundle, I was like, I have one more to add in. I could either do this one or there was like what was it, frozen vanilla or vanilla something, the one with the mint in it. And I know in my heart that I'm not a mint person, and I decided to do this one instead of that. So I am blown away by how much I love this on cold. Like, this is so good. Like, this one gives me like crazy heavy, like macerated berries, like super sweet, a little tart. It's like sweet and tart, and there's like this rich sweetness. It almost smells like rich homemade whipped cream. I'm obsessed with this on cold. So over the moon, excited to try this. This might be something that I try like very soon because I love it. That is Crayon Apple Crumble. Obsessed. And then finally, to wrap it all up, I did go ahead and pick up, like I said, the license bundle. So the rest of these, besides this first one on top, are all of the Harry Potter scents. And this one here, to start it off, we'll do the Hocus Pocus one because it was the only one by itself. I'm not 100% sure the notes, but I want to say there was plum, cherry, maybe something. There were some other things in here, but it was supposed to be kind of like a concoction of like fruits, I think. And this one is definitely cherry first. I do get a bit of the plum. I so wish it was more plum because I feel like the cherry is a bit overpowering in this. It's very fruity, almost something like they would smell in like one of those like Welch's fruit juice blends, like a cherry punch kind of a scent. That's kind of what this smells like. I like it. I wish that there was more plum. I love plum. Okay, and moving on to the Harry Potter bars. So I have all 4 houses and I have the Harry Potter like Wizarding World bar. So before I jump into this, I think it'd be really fun to see in the comments what you guys think, but go ahead and leave a comment of what house you think I belong to in Harry Potter if you guys are familiar. And then I'll tell you at the end of this video. So I will be kind of quick with this just because I have some very strong opinions on some of these. So for this first bar, this is the Wizarding World bar. So this smells like laundry to me, like a cologne-based laundry, or like a guy just took his clothes out of the dryer, sprayed some cologne on it. It's very fresh, very clean. I think there's like sandalwood or something in here. I think it's definitely, this smells to my nose like a laundry scent. So that is a Wizarding World bar. I have Slytherin, which is Cunning and Ambition. And this one, to my nose, smells like if you guys have smelled any of the Vendor Wax, like mistletoe-based scents, this smells like that. It's a very leafy green, maybe slightly berry-ish, kind of very wintertime appropriate scent. That's what this smells like. Very green, very leafy. Smells like mistletoe. That's what this one is to my nose. This one is Hufflepuff, which is Just and Loyal. And Hufflepuff to my nose, and I don't know if it's the beautiful mustard color that's doing it to my nose, but this kind of smells like honey to me. And I know there's like whipped almond flour in here, but it really smells like honey. But like not like honey that you get out of like the little squeeze jar, you know, tube thing with a bear on it. This smells like real, authentic honey. Like you get like the whole, like the hive and like you're sniffing, you know, I don't know what it's called, with the bees. Like if you get like the stick of it, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. It smells like honey. This one smells like a sweet honey scent. To my nose, I could be like way off the rocker on these, but if you guys agree, let me know, because I think I'm crazy. This one is Gryffindor, which is bravery and determination. This one, of course, is red, and this one to my nose kind of reminds me of when you start up a barbecue grill and you get the charcoal going. It's very, very smoky, very embery, a little woodsy, almost like if you're cooking up barbecue, not like the meat, or it just is like a very smoky, charcoaly, woodsy kind of scent. Don't love that one. And then finally, this one is my personal favorite. This is Ravenclaw, which is wit and wisdom, and blue, of course. This one smells so darn good, you guys. This one, I don't think it's in the notes. I think what is in the notes is suede, but to my nose, this smells like almost leathery, almost like a leather-bound book. Maybe it's a suede that's like an earthier leaning, like a kind of like a raw material kind of a scent. It is definitely very earthy. I mean, it must be the suede, but it's definitely like, this is something I would absolutely put this in my club. This one is 100% like the standout of all of them. Followed by the Slytherin scent. This one's amazing. Really, really good. Very fresh, like not clean, whereas like the Wizarding World I felt like was very laundry clean. This one is like earthy, fresh kind of a scent. I love this one. So that's my favorite. So that is it, you guys. Did you go ahead and guess what house I'm in? Because I am in, drum roll, Hufflepuff. I am in Hufflepuff. It's my favorite color too, so that makes me really happy. But I did that Harry Potter quiz like way back in college when that was like all the rage to do that quiz. And I was like, I already know what I am, and I was Hufflepuff. So what house are you guys? Leave below in a comment also what house you're in. I think that's very fun to know. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I hope you're all having a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.